Hi everyone, welcome back to Hannah's Home Created. So today we're going to be making some soft fluffy cinnamon rolls. I'm really happy, excited to make this recipe. My mom has been requesting it for the longest amount of time and I can understand. So today is that day. I cannot wait to make it like I already said. So let's go ahead and get into the recipe. Okay you guys, so I have quite a few things that I need to do today, one of which, like I said, is going to be making the cinnamon rolls. But one thing I always love to do, please excuse the dishes that are behind me because I needed to dry the kitchen towels, so they were in the dryer and I have to dry those so I can dry the dishes. So I'm doing that. But I always like to create a to-do list just to get a visual reminder of what the things that I need to do today so I can feel accomplished, and I always make sure to make my to-do list reasonable. So right now, let me see, to-do list: put dishes away, wash kitchen floors, do laundry, vacuum my room, clean the toilet. So yep, those are the things that I need to do today. Like I said, I got to put those dishes away, but I do want to go ahead and get started on the cinnamon rolls because you guys know sometimes cinnamon rolls can be a bit of a process. So let's go ahead and get into that. And yes, it's a beautiful day. It's nice, it's a beautiful day to be inside because when it's really cold outside sometimes I don't want to be outside. So it's a really beautiful day from the inside, and I hear a package too. So anywho, let's go ahead and get started. Okay everyone, so the first thing you want to do for the recipe is remove your butter, your eggs, and your cream cheese from the fridge so you can allow them to come to room temperature. That way they're easily workable and it just makes the recipe come out way better. I'm now going to go ahead and make my start the cinnamon mixture, cinnamon roll mixture. So I'm going to add to the pot, let me see, I have the recipe. So I'm going to add 1 cup of whole milk. And I would say for this recipe, make sure you stick as close as you can to the ingredients called for in the recipe. And what I mean by that is don't try to substitute white sugar for coconut sugar or anything like that, because I did that for oatmeal cookies and that just didn't turn out right. Let's just say it didn't work out. Okay, so I've added my milk. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in my butter. I'm using whole milk. I did use whole milk, I do want to say. I'm all about getting in all those good fats. I'm just adding in that delicious butter. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in my sugar. For the sugar, I'm going to be adding in 1/2 cup. Adding in my sugar now. You're also going to add in your salt. And I just subtract 1/4 teaspoon from almost what I used, just because I didn't use a whole stick though. But usually salted butter has 1/4 teaspoon of salt in there. A stick. So I just try to calculate that before adding in my salt for the recipe. Alright, so we're then gonna combine that on low. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so I'm just combining this and mixing it all up on low. And we'll come back once that is done. Alright you guys, so I had my butter mixture together and a bunch of, also a mess as well. So here's what that looks like. I'm waiting for that to cool since it is a bit warmer than what I want it to be. And then I also have my 2 cups of flour, and I also have my yeast in here, and I gently combine that. So I'm going to add that mixture slowly to the flour mixture. Alright you guys, so I'm so sorry. I now added the eggs. I'm praying this comes out right because guess what y'all? The mixture was a little too hot when I added that in there. And so I'm praying that this comes out delicious. If it doesn't, you know what my mistake was. But I just added in my eggs. I'm praying, I did take them out so they could be room temperature, but I am praying that some of that coolness from the egg, you know, might have not allowed the yeast to be killed by the hot butter. So anywho, we're gonna see. I'm not gonna throw this out because I don't have time today to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this in, not over stir, and then add in the rest of my flour. So yes, y'all. I added in the rest of the flour that I need for this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure this is nicely combined. If you have a mixer, you can use that too. I'm praying that this didn't get oil on it. Okay, it didn't. Praise God. But what you can do is just mix this around now until it's nicely combined, the dough. Okay. Like I said, guys, I'm praying to God that this will actually rise. This will be such a sad story. Or should I say video? Anywho, story video. So just go ahead and, I see some type of rising, moving, so hopefully that is a good sign. So I'm just mixing this all up. Y'all, please excuse the noise. That's just my mom in the background. It is a move-in kitchen on Saturday. So I'm just stirring this around. Ooh, I love butter. I think butter is so good. It smells good. Alright, you guys, so now I'm just going to go ahead and just knead my dough until it's smooth and elastic. Ooh, okay. So I don't know about how long that might be. It might be 5 to 10 minutes. Keep working it, guys. Not like the model. Okay, so let me see. Just adding this in here. Ooh, it looks actually like a really pretty good dough. And look, guys. It bounces back, so the Lord didn't answer my prayer, didn't kill it. The hot water did not kill the yeast, so that's good. I'm just working my dough, getting that all together. Like I said, you want to do it until it's smooth and elastic, however long that is. I'm going to actually look at how long I need to do this for, and let's see. Don't you love how dough feels, you guys? So 5 to 10 minutes on a low setting. So you can just imagine you doing a low setting with your hands, and that's just what you want to do. So I don't like to use a lot of flour at a time. I just like to use the right amount of flour, so that way, guys, it doesn't what is it? Yeah. So I can get the perfect flour that the recipe is calling for, so the recipe can actually taste good. So just go ahead and knead that until you get that smooth. It already looks smooth and then elastic, so it needs to be more elastic than this. But they did say 5 to 10 minutes. So you can just add more flour as you need to. I actually like to add, after a certain point, I don't like to add flour. I actually just like to add oil. So that way my flour doesn't become, or my dough doesn't become dry. So I do at some point just like to add in oil. And the oil of choice that I would do would be coconut oil, because that would be a really good baking oil for baked goods and stuff. So how I do that is I take some organic coconut oil, put that a little bit on my hands and a little bit on the counter, and that just kind of helps me to be able to get the perfect flour that I'm looking for without becoming too dry, because no one wants really dry cinnamon rolls, at least I don't. So you'll just need that until, like I said. Now I'm gonna let the dough sit for 15, you can let it rest for 15 minutes, or you can do like 15 to 20 minutes. You can actually even do it longer. I'm sorry if there's flour like somewhere. I did drop my camera in the flour, so. Yep, so we're gonna let this sit and then continue on our cooking process. I'm super excited, yay! So I rolled this out by hand. Woo! I can see why you get muscles. But not only that, I'm Italian, so I really enjoy working with the dough. Like, it was so amazing, I loved it. So here is the cinnamon roll dough. I have here my, what is this? My cinnamon brown sugar mixture. And then I also have my stick of butter. Take this butter and smooth it all on top of this dough. And that, my friends, I'm sorry, I'm holding the camera. That, my friends, is gonna be so delicious. And so, yay! Let's go ahead and do that. So I finished doing the rolling part. So I did that, and I put the butter on there, the sugar, and then I rolled that up. And so I made all my indentations for how I'm going to cut it. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put it right into that pan. So yummy, I cannot wait to do this process. It's just so much of a mess, so I cannot wait to do this process. Let's get this together. I think I might include this one in there. Yummy, yummy, yummy. They're going to rise before going into the oven for 45 minutes. The recipe says, but I'm going to just let it rise for 40 minutes. Not much of a difference anyway. And then put them in the oven. So don't put them in the oven yet. Wait. Okay, you guys. So it is now later on in the day, and I'm making the icing. I took a nap because I had to wait for the butter to come to room temperature. So for the icing, what you're going to need is some cream cheese. You're also going to need like a stick of butter, and you're going to need raw cane, some powdered sugar, some vanilla extract, and then also some salt. I mean, just a pinch of salt. So, and make sure your cream cheese and your butter is softened. And yeah, so I'm going to show you guys how to put that together, and then you're going to put it on top of your warm cinnamon rolls, and then the recipe is done. So let's go ahead and get that process started. So I put my cream cheese and my, what is this called, butter in a bowl. And I'm going to actually just hand whip this. Normally you would use your mixer, but I guys don't want a ton of dishes because I have to get ready for work. So I'm just going to go ahead and just mash this butter. So I just let my stuff come to completely like room temperature. You know how sometimes you just try to, you know, let it come to almost room temperature and then start making your recipe. Well, I'm letting mine come to like this, and it's like really room temperature. So you can just whip this up together. You're gonna go ahead and stir in your, what is that called? I can't even think, your powdered sugar. The cinnamon rolls are now going to be topped with it. Top with defrosting. Mine did get to cool, which I'm kind of happy about though, because every time I used to put cinnamon roll icing on it, it just seemed like the icing will melt, of course, because I just put it on something freshly hot. But I used to always be like, no, I want it to stay like this. So I'm just adding in all of my cream cheese, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this on there. You don't like too much. We like enough frosting, so I'll just do just enough just to coat it. Okay, just enough to coat it, because we don't like too much. We are not sweet people over here. There you go. Looks so good. Okay guys. So here are the cinnamon rolls. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. My taste tester was not ready for the recipe yet. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, or try it out, or try to do it in your own way. It came out dense, like the bread came out dense, so I think I could have kneaded it a bit more, or maybe kneaded it less. Normally I do good, but yeah, so I'm definitely going to try to remake this recipe. But thank you guys for coming along with me with this bake with me. And I hope that you guys try the recipe. Maybe I probably did some things wrong, but I hope you guys enjoy it and it comes out excellent for you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video.